Hello viewers, I am the Omni Blade and I am doing exactly what I said in the thumbnail, and that is attempting to make a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version. I think we're at 2.01 now, but that doesn't really matter much. Ultimate tier list. But I am no competitive player, I'm just some casual, essentially. I'll try to explain myself, and hopefully there's not too much background noise that gets into this, because I think they're doing construction outside, and I'm in a college dorm, so to be expected. But yeah, allow me to explain why I wanted to do this, and that's mostly because I do top 10s on this stuff. I really like Smash Ultimate. I have like 200 hours on Ultimate already somehow, even though I only have like 40 hours online with my main, which is Youngling. But main reason I want to do this is because I like top 10s. Tier lists are basically glorified top 10s where you just look at more stuff, and I don't like the way a lot of the top players do their tier list, mostly because it's like 70% a tier list and 30% a matchup chart in my eyes, because you see like certain people who main a certain character will, I feel, overrate a certain character, underrate a certain character, and other people say this and that, yada yada and whatnot. And I just figured, you know what, I'm a casual, I'm not even an Elite Smash. Current GSP is like 3.7 million. I think the threshold's like 3.9 to get into Elite, but whatever, I can never get into Elite no matter what, because I'm not that good. But yeah, like I said, my main is Youngling, so I will have some biases towards my main. I really have only used Youngling. I want to try some of the other top tiers that I'll list in this video. And the other thing I'm going to say is the ordering for this. A lot of top players, I also don't like how they have like half the damn roster in like mid-tier, which is like the low tier for them, and it's just like, what? Why you gotta do that? I don't know how good my character is then. I'm gonna try to be more, I guess, subjective, which isn't a good thing, but top tier is gonna have what I think are the 10 best right now. High tier is gonna be 11 through 25. Bottom tier is gonna be bottom 10. Low tier is gonna be bottom 11 to 25, and then mid tier is like the other 19 something in the middle. And then Mii's are down here because I'm not sitting here acting like I understand how Mii's work. So yeah, and when I make this video, do not like judge me for a lot of stuff, because top players don't even know all these characters themselves. I don't know half these characters, but I would love it if you people who main some of the characters I'm going to put, and that I know nothing about, would tell me more about them in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate that. If you're like, dude, I think you overrate this character because of X reason, because of these things, and I think this character is actually better than that, I'll be like, cool. Because I look at comments, I try to reply whenever I see something like productive and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just trying to ramble. I just ramble a lot. I just want to say that I love Smash. Don't take this too seriously. It's like, I'm a casual. I don't have any clout in the Smash field, but this is just what I'm gonna do and try to make things good, okay? So bottom tier is not specifically ranked except for my bottom 5, and I think the worst character in the game is Kirby. Why? It's because I think Sakurai designed the game how he wanted to. Kirby is never meant to be a top tier threat. I don't think he wanted Kirby to be a mid tier in Smash 4, but just Kirby is like Jigglypuff, but way slower in the air and just doesn't have as much stuff. I mean, even online when I fight Kirby, you just see like a lot of down air, a lot of fair, try to read smash attacks, and it's just, they don't have much they can really do. They have a lot of jumps, so the recovery is good, but that's really it. They lack any decent offense, and their dash attack is just terrible. Why'd they give back the melee dash? It's trash. It's so bad. I don't like it. The other one was better. So yeah, I think Kirby's the worst in the game. Then that's just kind of be like that. And as I say this stuff, just keep in mind that this tier list is not like, oh, this means that Kirby will always lose. Like, I'm pretty sure I have gotten bodied by every character I'm going to list in bottom tier. And I'm pretty sure I've beaten more top tier characters online. Just because tiers only matter really at very high skill levels. It's like 99.9% skill, and then the other 0.1% is tiers. That'll affect matchups in that case. So like, yeah, a skilled Kirby can be what I think is going to be the best character in the game, easily, if the difference in skill level is that much. So keep that in mind. I forgot to say that early on, sorry. Just had to insert that here. But the second worst character, I think, is right above Kirby, is going to be Ryu and Ken. I'm going to count Echo Fighters more or less the same, because I don't think there are any differences in the ones I'm thinking of. But yeah, Ken, why can't I find him? There he is. Main reason I think these two are second worst is because the new, I guess, Street Fighter mechanic neuters them. The whole, you now face your opponent, takes away their best just approach option, best aerial, best way to apply pressure. Back air is such a good tool on these two in Smash 4. Very safe, did a lot of shield stun, just super easy to go for, just back air, space properly, and then their up tilt hitbox got nerfed. Fireball is like one of the worst projectiles in the game. I think even Bowser Jr.'s Cannonball, which was the worst move in Smash 4, is better than their Fireball now, just because it doesn't do anything. It trades with everything, does piss damage, and moves so slowly. Not to mention these characters do have bad recoveries, and that, like, you get them off the ledge, hit them once, they're dead. So, yeah, I think the whole mechanic of them facing their opponent always getting rid of back air just destroys this character compared to everyone else in the cast that got significant buffs, and that up tilt ain't helping much either. The third worst character of the game, in my opinion, is Sheik. Why? I really should have prepared this better so I can find these characters easily. But the main reason that Sheik, I think, is the third worst currently, and here's the thing, Sheik is not a bad character, it's just that they do damage so slowly compared to everyone in this game. Like, everyone else can just deal massive damage. Like, you fight a Ganon, it's like 5 seconds pass, you get hit by 3 attacks, you're at 65. Sheik hits you with 3 attacks, you're at like 10. Like, Sheik does so little damage in this game. Struggles to kill. She already struggled to kill in Smash 4, so with Ultimate making it easier for everyone to kill, but Sheik still has kind of a hard time unless they go for a Smash Attack read. It does not do a lot of favors for them. That being said, apparently, like, Sheik and counter is a very good, like, counter pick for, like, top level stuff. So at top level, this could be a fantastic counter pick character. And I have lost to Sheiks online because I don't know what I'm doing against this character. But yeah, their damage output is just so low, and that's why they're just lower, because everyone else can outdamage them, outpace them. Sure, they may be faster than most of the roster, but just like, they can't keep up with everyone in terms of just raw damage. Fourth worst character of the game in my eyes is going to be the thing everyone was saying they would love to see as a top tier threat, and that's Isabel. Isabel is just a worse villager, unfortunately, even though I thought Isabel would be better with the whole Lloyd Rocket and Fishing Hook, the whole thing. The issue being that Fishing Hook can be shielded, so that just destroys any pressure it can apply. And the lack of recovery Isabel has. You can't act out of up B, whereas a villager, you can Lloyd Rocket, put some pressure on your opponent as they try to edge guard you, whereas Isabel, you're just a sitting duck if you go low. If you try to go low with this character, you have to go for Fishing Rod if they're trying to edge guard you, and then throw them off, and then so long as they don't have a bad recovery either, then you can safely up B, otherwise you're just dead. This character's recovery is so bad, and their roll is terrible. Like, go into training mode and roll with Isabel, you'll just see how slow and how little distance it covers. I don't know why that's the case. I feel like dogs would be really good at rolling over because they can do tricks, but I guess Isabel traded away all that stuff to be really smart, have like, what, 18 majors, 17 degrees? Is that what the lore is? I don't know that much about Animal Crossing, sorry. And then, the fifth worst character, in my eyes, is going to be Bowser Jr. because it's frickin' Bowser Jr. Like, what else is new? They did not change much from this character in Smash 4. Yeah, they have really good aerials in fair and back air. Like, holy crap, that Cannonball does so much, and really good Bowser Jr.'s know how to work with that. Cannonball's still trash, though. The cart had some of its things fixed from Smash 4. Mecha Koopa is weird. I don't fully understand how it works. It's like, I'll try to pick it up. It's like, nope, you hit it. And I'm like, why? And other times, like, okay, I grabbed it. Now I can throw it back. It's just, I don't know. They also have the whole thing with the recovery being incredibly bad. Whereas the up B once, and then, well, hope my opponent got hit somehow and that I can hammer them. Otherwise, I'm just dead. It's just, I don't know much about Bowser Jr., but they weren't that much, they weren't great in Smash 4, and they didn't get that much better in Ultimate, so here is where, like, I'm gonna put 5 more characters, but these aren't ranked necessarily. It's just kind of, they're not good enough to be in, like, low tier, but they're clearly, like, lacking and stuff. DDD is like the next character I have on my list here. That's mostly because it's DDD, they don't have their chain grabs from Brawl. I don't know what this character's trying to do. Yeah, they're heavy, and yeah, like, good DDDs can just read the fuck out of their opponents with Gordos and all kinds of moves. I find that's a lot of Diddy's gameplay. It's very reactionary, that you have to wait for your opponent to do something, but all you can do is really throw out Gordo and then see what happens, and then you make a move. I don't know, that's just kind of the vibe I get from playing DDD online. That being said, I have lost to them because they can outread the fuck out of me quickly in like 10%. But then other times it's just, they don't have much of a game plan. I don't know, it's just, I don't know why DDD is lacking. I don't know the frame data. DDD mains play their character. I mean, he's got the best taunt in the game, so he's better than these other schmucks over here. Next is going to be Duck Hunt, and that is just because it is Duck Hunt. Yeah, Japanese players, like, optimize the crap out of this character, but Smash 4, I don't really know what this character did. I think they had some, like, can into up air traps, stuff like that, some down throw. I think they had a kill throw. Recovery, it's kind of like the same deal with Isabel, whereas, like, alright, pray they don't, like, hit me out of it. I mean, you could still keep going, at least, if you get hit out of it, whereas, like, Isabel balloons get popped, you just die. Duck Hunt, I think if you get hit out of up B, you can just keep going. I don't know how Duck Hunt's up B works, but I think they're a better zoner than Isabel, and that's why I think they're just better than bottom 5, but just Duck Hunt does not have a lot going for them. Again, I don't know much about this character, so I'm just kind of saying the same key phrases repeatedly. And I have no idea how much of that got shown in the video, or just my background, but whatever. Next is going to be Pac-Man, and I understand that, what was it, I think it was T? Or Taya? I forget, the Japanese player had Frostbite recently who just, like, destroyed with this character. But here's the thing with Pac-Mains. Pac-Mains are great because they themselves are good players. Pac-Man does not make Pac-Man great. Pac-Mains make themselves great, if that makes any sense. It's just, you always see the Pac-Man combos, and they have like 200 IQ plays going on constantly. But just, Pac-Man in and of itself, he ain't got much. His grab is still kind of jank. That's really it. Like, I don't know. You never really fear Pac-Man unless you know it's a powerful Pac-Man player. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sure, they have Key, and yeah, they did rebalance some of the bonus fruit so that, what is it, like, you can grab the flan? No, it's a bell. It looks like a piece of flan to me, though, but you know what I mean. The bell, I think, can get re-grabbed in extra time. They think they fixed it so that the melon and the apple and the other fruit have, like, slightly longer durations. Little stuff like that does help Pac-Man, and it's why, again, if you don't know what you're doing against this character and your opponent is very skilled, they can run Roughhouse on you, but in general, it's not Pac-Man himself that's great. It's just the players that love him and can see all the potential in them. And then, next is going to be Corrin. I think Corrin, they're not the worst swordsmen. That's the next character I'm going to put down here, but just, oh goodness, they destroyed this character from Smash 4. Smash 4. Pin is terrible now. Pin lags so much afterwards. It is no longer safe on shield. Half the roster no longer just has to take it and shield. It just, everyone can punish it. Everyone can react to it. It's so much slower. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, she can still juggle very well. But, like, yeah, she can still do the same thing. But, like, Corrin is just another boring swordsman with, like, no unique tools. Dragon Fang is not that great still. Counter got absolutely destroyed. We live in a world where frickin' Roy has a stronger counter than Corrin. Remember Corrin's counter? I miss Corrin's counter. Can we have that back, please, Sakurai? Like, version 3.0, please, please buff the hell out of Corrin. She has so much potential to be a high-tier character, but oh, goodness gracious, that recovery is something awful. And then, who I think is the worst swordsman in this game is Robin, unfortunately. That being said, I have gotten the hands given to me by a very good Robin player. They beat me literally like 30 times in a row, and I was like, damn, I have no idea what I'm doing here. And if I were to say if anyone were at the top of bottom tier, it would be Robin. Maybe Corrin, like, over her, but it's just like, Robin is not a good swordsman. They're just, they're like an anti-zoner in my eyes, because if you try to approach them, you just died 11 sword. You have to respect 11 sword with this character. And that's really the whole gimmick with them. But once they run out 11 sword, it's like, okay, I don't fear you anymore. Die, hit you off the ledge. And then a lot of the changes they made to Robin, I didn't like when I saw them initially. And a lot of people were like, no, this character can be good now. They might be a mid-tier. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But it's like, like, I mained Robin in Smash 4 initially. And then I, like, switched afterwards because I was like, okay, mid-tier. But, yeah, like, Arc Thunder got destroyed. Arc Thunder is basically useless now. L Thunder is now the best Thunder, which is pretty sad. Even regular Thunder has some uses and just, like, you can do it twice for some spacing, but now you just do Arc Fire to Arc Fire combos, but then you remember Arc Fire has 6 durability, essentially. It's like each one uses 2, so Arc Fire has 12 durability. Each use uses 2, so you have 6 uses, but if you're going Arc Fire to Arc Fire, you only really have 3 uses of Arc Fire into combos, and then once you run out of Arc Fire, you have to rely on L Thunder, which is, yeah, the best one now, but it's still not the most threatening option. Literally just shield or roll past it and you'll be fine. And you could probably react to the Robin's reaction, because why is this character still so slow? I don't get why they're this slow in the game still. But, yeah. And the whole recovery thing, it's not a buff. It literally changes nothing for this character. It's like, oh, you can angle Elwood now. It's like, that does absolutely nothing. Like, the whole issue with Robin's recovery in Smash 4 was that they had no hitbox above them, meaning they would get spiked instantly. Yeah, it's nice that you can angle the... I forget which hitbox has the spike on it. I don't even know if they changed it in this game, but just... the whole you can angle your recovery thing does literally nothing for this character. It is such an inconsequential buff that just does not help them. Thoron got a slight buff, though, in that, well, if you're a small character, you can duck under it, but that was always the case. However, it's like the tail of Thoron can kill you, too. I know I've died to that one time, and I was like, okay, that's a thing now. But, yeah, so... it's just like, I think Robin is the worst swordsman in the game, but just is better than Corrin because of their projectile options, and it just hurts me. Please give this character a workable walking speed or run speed. I don't get why they're like bottom 5 in terms of speed in this game. It really doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, these are what I would consider the bottom 10 worst characters in the game. But, like I said, it's not all doom and gloom. If you know what you're doing with these characters, you can absolutely destroy some guy who picks up Wolf and thinks he knows what he's doing after 20 minutes when... No, you don't. Alright, that's going to be bottom tier now that I've edited that part. Next, we're going to talk about low tier, and I'm going to spend way less time on this part because I don't know what I'm saying with these characters. I feel I have a bit more of an understanding, except for, like, Duck Hunt and Pac-Man's case, because, seriously, Pac-Man is only understood by Pac-Mains, but low tier, you know, it's like, you know them only if you play them. And the first character I'm going to be putting in low tier, it's not ordered, by the way, this is not, like, the 20, or, like, the 11th worst character in the game, it's just literally, I'm going chronologically, is what I have listed here, so it's going to be Samus / Dark Samus. Reason I say they're low tier is for the same reason they've been low tier since Brawl? I don't know what their tiering was in Brawl, but they weren't that great in Smash 4. Can they fix Samus's jab, please? Like, why does this character's jab still not work after all this time? It makes no sense to me, but heavy floaty, very slow projectile-based character, it's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I don't know, just... when I fight a Samus, I'm not really that scared of them, mostly because I am a better zoner myself in terms of my character and terms of options, but just, you got missiles, you can react to them, charge shot is charge shot. Bombs are better in that they do explode on contact now, which is nice, but this character doesn't have that much going for them aside from that, and again, some of their stuff just doesn't work, like jab, why does that not work still? I don't get it. So, yeah, again, can be really good in the right hands. I think can be a very good counter pick in certain matchups, but on their own, This character is definitely something I can see getting better. That's Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers are a very, very, very underdeveloped character right now, I would say, and this character could honestly become high tier or top tier as the meta evolves, after we see more patches, more changes, and more people learn and figure out what you can truly do with this character. Right now, I don't think they have any major results. I don't know if any, like, top players are using them. Maybe a couple. I know some people are, like, experimenting with the idea of it, they say, just because it's Ice Climbers. They always have some dumb stuff. They were top tier in Brawl because they had dumb chain grabs, and that's like the unspoken story is that the ice climbers were the real problem with Brawl and that how lame they were. But in this game, they don't really do that much. Like, yeah, good ice climber players can rack up damage really quickly. They can just juggle you with up airs, kill you with forward smash desyncs. Blizzard does a stupid amount of damage, but the same weaknesses as always. If you get them apart and you kill, is it Popo or Nana? I think it's Nana. You kill Nana, Popo's on his own, and then Sopo is just not that great. So I don't know. I think this character has a lot of potential, but right now it's just not right. It's just not there. Next is going to be the unfortunate one for a lot of people, and that's Zelda. I mean, yeah, it's nice to say that Zelda is finally better than Sheik in a Smash game, but it ain't by much. We all overhyped this character because she was cute. We all wanted her to be good, but aerials don't work. Down tilt got nerfed from Smash 4 for whatever reason. Nair is really weird. I've used this character a bit myself, so that's why I understand her a little bit more in some of her shortcomings, but it's just a lot of the stuff on her just doesn't flow naturally. It feels almost like a happy accident when things go well for Zelda. And shouts out to Zelda mains because y'all understand how this character works, but I tried it and I was like, this doesn't work. A lot of this stuff just, like, fair, like, I think it's just, Zelda's, like, worse Palutena in my eyes, and just fair having a sweet spot is really annoying, Bear having a sweet spot is really annoying, Nair just not connecting half the time is weird, down tilt could use a massive buff and it'd be really nice for setups. Grabs, yeah, sure, she has some kill throws, but it's nothing too special. Up B, even her up B is like not that much better just because you kind of know what Zelda's going to go for because it has a hitbox on it. So if you understand Zelda even just a little bit, you can counter her pretty well. Whereas with Palutena, you can just safely grab ledge and be perfectly fine. Next, I'm going to put Game & Watch, and Game & Watch had like some changes that were both good and bad. What is it? They lost their up throw, up air confirm. Up air was stupid strong in Smash 4 with this character, but now that up air has a hitbox, they can't just keep you floating forever and just annoy the crap out of you and then kill you whenever they feel like it. No, now it's like Mega Man up air, which people thought was better at first, but it's like, actually, that kind of defeats the whole point of Game & Watch being this trolly, wacky character, and him kind of forcing you to play his game. It's also the fact that Fair got changed. I don't remember what his Fair was before, but it's like, something about Fair is worse than what it was before. I don't understand what. This character does have something nice in their down smash grounding opponents now, and that's really obnoxious, but it's down smash, so you can definitely shield it or probably react to it. I mean, it's not going to catch you by surprise like something else would. And Bucket now has a reflector, which is kind of weird, but that was always something they had. Low tier always has like something about them compared to bottom tier that gives them that extra push. In Game Watch's case, it's his Bucket, and Zelda's, it'd be Phantom, because Phantom's actually kind of nice. Ice Climbers have their potential and what their grabs can do, and Samus has just comeback potential and being heavy, and so they can just get momentum going with their projectiles. Next is going to be Charizard. I am going to rate all of the Pokemon separately. I'm not Leffen, and I don't think Charizard is the worst thing known to man. One of my friends is actually a Charizard player, and she's really good with this character, but there are some obvious weaknesses. First off, it's whenever anyone uses this character online, even in general, even my friend, they just spam the crap out of side B. Like, you know what Charizard's game plan is. It is the side B every single damn time. It's just side B, side B, side B, side B. What I said there was something Leffen did in tournament, where he side B'd literally 4 times, died for it, and then says Charizard is a shitty character and is the worst thing in the game. And it's like, yeah, being predictable would lead you to say that about a character, but even still, this character doesn't have a lot going for them. Their down throw fair doesn't work anymore, I don't think. Actually, no, I know it doesn't work, because when my friend used it against me, it didn't work. Nair is a slightly better aerial than you think. Back air is actually really good. Like, whenever you fight a Charizard, or if you play Pokemon Trainer and you want to use Charizard, go for back airs. Sweet spot back air is very strong. That hasn't changed since Smash 4, and it can kill stupid early at the ledge. It's like one of those, you can die at 30 to this move type of things. It's really dumb. But Charizard, not the worst character in the game. He has a lot of good hidden little things, but he's combo food. He's a heavy, with not the best options to respond. Next up is going to be the Diddy Kong. Why? Because literally every top character, every top player dropped this. Zero doesn't play this guy. MVD doesn't play Diddy. I don't really know who else played Diddy, but like you don't see Diddy anymore. Wolf is the new Diddy of Ultimate. Or yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know why this character is not that good. I don't know why Banana's worse, even though it has an extra usage, but like Zero has like a whole rant on his channel where he explains why Diddy is just worse in general, so yeah, I think the results show. It's like, I'm not scared of Diddy when I fight him. It's pretty clear what they want to go for. Hoo-Ha is not as scary in this game. They just don't have that much. I don't even see people going for down tilt F smash, which I don't know if they just got rid of that. Maybe they did. Next is going to be Sonic, and it's pretty clear why Sonic got nerfed. And that is because of Spin Dash. Spin Dash has just been neutered in this game, and now Sonic is more about fighting. Yeah, Sonics will still try to camp you and be obnoxious as shit, but without Spin Dash, it just falls apart, and that's really all I have to say about Sonic. Spin Dash was the thing for this character, they don't have it anymore. Next, we are going to talk about the mass murderer himself, Murabito, or Villager. Literally, why can I not find this character over here? Where's Villager? There he is, there's the little axe swinger. Villager, like I said, is just better Isabel. It's all the issues of Isabel, but just better recovery with Lloyd Rocket. That's pretty much it. It's not even like they're pretty similar, but just Lloyd Rocket changes that much. I think their aerials are the same too, but Isabel's can kill, so maybe Villagers can kill too? I don't know. Better recovery than Isabel, hence better tier. Wii Fit is another character that has a lot of potential with their deep breathing, and they can kill very early with that move, and I've suffered that firsthand. However, outside of that, there's not much. I mean, what is it? Jab can ground you, I think is what it is, so that's kind of a nice gimmick tool. But in general, Wii Fit, it really just depends on the player. It's all about their skill and what they can do with it. I don't know much about this character, and they can do well, but overall, it's not really that great. Rosalina was a bottom tier character in 1.0, but then they fixed, or what was it, like 1.20, I guess. But they gave her a lot of buffs in the recent patch. Still not the best though, and that's just because Luma's nowhere near as impressive. I said Rosa was a top 5 character in Smash 4 just because of how obnoxious she was. Puppeteers are usually just like that in fighting games where they just have their hitboxes way far away from their hurt boxes, and so that would just mess up opponents. But in this game, it's not that big a deal since Luma now freaks out and works as a single entity with Rosalina. And a lot of their stuff in general just doesn't work. I don't know what it is, but I can see it when I fight them. That is for certain. And next we get into the ultimate low tiers, and I'm going to put Ridley here. Ridley is absolutely terrifying. If anything, he'd probably be higher up in the low tier. Like, he could be a mid tier, but had to put him down here, mostly because he's combo food. He's very heavy. Is he a floaty? I don't know what that means fully myself, but I have comboed Ridleys to hell and back. They are, I don't know. Fireball is very annoying. A good Ridley that uses Fireball properly has just like, if your character has a recovery where it's like you get hit once off the level and you die, Ridley will destroy you. Just like one Fireball, pop, oh crap, I can't make it back now. That happened to me a lot of times against Ridley. Ridley also has this weird thing where it's like, it's like they can back air carry you off the level. I have no idea how it works. I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm not DIing properly or I'm not smash DIing right, and so I don't understand how you get out of it, but I've gotten carried off level by Ridleys, and it's scary. There's also the thing where they can like kind of like drag you down to hell and back, and then they can make it back themselves, and unless you have a good recovery, you're not going to make it back. So yeah, Ridley has a lot of good tools, but it's a heavy combo fodder. That's why he's down here. Speaking of heavies, actually we're not getting to that one yet. We're going to talk about Belmonts right now, and yes, we all know that Shuton did wonders with this character in Frostbite against Myron, who's an Olimar player. So basically, 2 Olimar players fought in, I think it was winter semis. Of Frostbite, a major tournament, and for whatever reason, the Japanese Olimar player switches to Richter Belmont. I mean, Richter makes sense in the Olimar matchup because, literally, why can I not find Richter here? Hold on. There he is. Of course, I found JoJo after I paused for a second. But, yeah, he went for Richter over Simon because Richter's aura on his holy water allows him to kill red Pikmin, so it actually does matter, and that's the one matchup where the difference between holy water matters. But Richter, he maybe is a very good low-tier counter pick for Olimar. I mean, he didn't beat Myron, so we'll see what that means in the long run, but Belmonts, they're just a slow zoner character, and that's the thing, they're slow, they're not really fast, their projectiles aren't even that fast either, and they have an awful recovery. They have the tether, and that's really it. Up B is more of an out-of-shield option than anything else, so that's why I put him down here. Now back to the heavy comment I was making, we have fighter number 69 himself in the big furry Incineroar. Why is Incineroar bad? You don't need me to tell you. Sure, they fixed his recovery, but it's still pretty bad. It's not the second worst in the game now, but it is still not the best. Heavy. The main reason, again, I think this would be like with Ridley, where I would put them higher in low tier if I was ranking this, and that's because Revenge is stupid. Revenge is a frame 3 fastest counter in the game, and it powers you up. It's just like, wow. That's completely busted, and this character can do like 60% to you off of one attack after that. So they have a huge comeback mechanic built into them, but they're slow, they're combo fodder. They're slow is really the big thing. Are they the slowest in the game? I think they are the slowest in the game, which makes no sense for a wrestler. But I mean, when you have base 60 speed in Pokemon, yeah, it makes sense why you're slow. You also come from Alola, so that ain't helping you in the speed department. And lastly, we are going to put the plant in low tier. Why? Well, again, he'd probably be higher up in low tier because Pichu and I don't know what the spike ball is called, but those are very good zoning options, but outside of that, he doesn't have much. Nair is pretty solid, recovery is really good overall, but in general, this character just doesn't have that much. It's really that. They have their good recovery, good neutral B, down B you can mix up with crouch. They have good specials, but they don't have good anything else aside from Nair, because it's just Ivysaur's Nair, so of course it's good. And now we're going to talk about mid-tier, which, like I said before, is going to be 19 characters, and there's just a lot of I don't know or unknowns, and once again, not going to be ordered primarily, mostly just going to be chronological. So first off, we're talking with Mr. Video Game himself, Mario. Mario, just a lot of the stuff he had in Smash 4 that made him a top-tier character, or a high-tier as some people said, is that he had very good ladder combos, but that's just been nerfed in general in Ultimate, hence why he's just a mid-tier now. He's still a solid character overall. If anything, he'd be like the anchor. I'd say like he is the most mid-tier character. Like, you're better than him, you're top half the game, you're worse than him, you're bottom half the game. I think it's Mario. He's solid overall, pretty simple, and that's how he's supposed to be. Following him up though is his brother Luigi, and probably in a lower tier in this game. Luigi doesn't have any kill confirms or 0 to deaths like he did before. Those all got patched. His back throw is very strong, though. That's what gives Luigi a bit of an edge over the bottom tier. In general, Luigi just has very funky stuff. His Nair is very good. Misfire is like a nice gimmick tool. The tether, I don't fully understand the potential of Luigi's new grab, but all I know is that his back throw is very good now. Also, his Zair is weird when trying to recover. It's like, what, you have to like wait for it to fall, or like you don't wait for it to fall? I don't understand how it works. I know people try to gimp with it to be funny because it's like, haha, you got killed by a plunger. But yeah, it's Luigi. Similar to Mario, very similar in this game, just that he has a bit of different stuff and is not as combo-y as he was in Smash 4, thank goodness. Next, we're gonna talk about DK, who I feel is very overrated by top players. Jeez, I can't speak. Starting to run out of speaking juice in my throat. I'm gonna shut up. DK, overall just solid heavy. He can armor through a lot of stuff, lives to stupid high percents, and he can kill you really early. Why is he mid-tier? It's because he's heavy. His recovery is also very predictable. I mean, it's all horizontal. If you get them low enough, they just die. Nothing really too special here. It's DK. I don't think they're the best heavy, though, in my opinion. I'm going to say my best heavy is in mid-tier. Unless, is Wario a heavy? I think he is, in which case, yeah, it's clearly Wario, but yeah. Next is Ness. Ness, why? It's alphabetical over here, I figured that out. Ness is a mid-tier mostly because he's solid overall. He's got good aerials. It's weird. PK Curse of all moves was not what I expected to get nerfed. I've gotten hit by it and it's like, oh yeah, you take like 15%, and I'm like, huh? That's the move that does 15% to me in Ultimate? Okay. But back throw is still the strongest in the game. Smash attack being a reflector, or F smash being a reflector is a nice tool for them. They also have does Magnet have a hitbox on it now? I don't understand that, because I've seen Ness players try to go for Magnet off the level, and I'm like, does that hurt me now? How does that move work? Like, seriously, Ness players explain that to me. PK Thunder 1 is much better in this game. It can kill you now, which is crazy to think about. And PK Thunder 2? PK Thunder 2 is weird in that, for those who don't know, PK Thunder 1 is the actual PK Thunder itself, whereas PK Thunder 2 is when Ness gets hit by the PK Thunder and he tries to recover that way. It's weird because sometimes I just don't die to it, even though I got hit and I'm like, oh, I should be dead. But it's like, no, you lived, and I'm like, huh? And it's not like, oh, I just barely missed the blast. So no, it's like you barely went anywhere, and I'm very confused as to how that works. But PK Fire is annoying, aerials are still annoying, back throw is really strong. He just doesn't have anything overwhelming in this game since the game is faster, so you really can outpace him. Next is going to be Captain Falcon, and can I just say this character is lame as shit in this game. Like, I finally understand when people say Falcon's not hype. Falcon is so boring to look at and just fight against, and I don't know why people still play this character. He's just not fun. I mean, they all go for Falcon Kick for whatever reason. Thankfully, Raptor Boost is not a kill anymore. I hated that in Smash 4. But just everything about them is worse. Why'd they nerf Falcon Punch? I don't know. It's not like Falcon Punch. Oh, Falcon lost Falcon Punch, therefore he's bad. I don't know. But it's just, the character doesn't feel as flowy. I don't know what the word is, but they don't string moves together as easily or as naturally as they did in Smash 4 from like when I tried using them. So I don't know. Falcon better than these characters because he still has a lot of speed. Very fast, can grab you, doesn't really do chain grabs, but he can just do a lot of annoying stuff, and he'll just beat out a lot of the lower tiers because of that. Next is going to be Jigglypuff. I mean, I swear, just all of like the original cast, or a lot of the melee characters introduced were made mid-tier in this game. Puff, I said before, is just, it's like Kirby but with a good airspeed, and just lots of annoying hitboxes they can throw out. Especially on Wi-Fi, you can just throw out Pound, and it'll just hit, because it just does, unless your opponent knows. Very susceptible to anti-air stuff, though, so you can't just throw out attacks willy-nilly. For whatever reason, Jigglypuffs go for Sing a lot online, and I do notice that the hitbox is bigger, and that it's not like you can just force your way through Sing in this game. No, it's like if you walk into that range for like 12, like a second, it's like, yeah, you're going to bed, and then you're getting rested at 50 and dying. So yeah, Jigglypuff I don't think is the worst character, like some people are probably saying, but the rest gives them a lot of potential, especially since Sing just seems easier to do. Next is Bowser. Bowser, I have no idea why Mewtwo King is obsessed with this character. He said he's going to drop him at Summit, but I don't know why he hasn't dropped him yet, period. I mean, Bowser is really fast in this game. They've made him progressively faster in each game. Don't know how much faster he is compared to Smash 4, but this guy just moves so quickly. Hits like a truck. It's just like Incineroar. It's Incineroar's damage, but with better speed is how I view Bowser, and a better recovery. Also, Bowser has this really stupid thing where if they just go off the level, fair you can just die because it sends that far. I don't know why Bowser can do that. He just can. And yeah, sure, he might die too if he goes deep enough, but you're probably going to die first because of how strong that move is. So if you want to trade stocks that way, pretty good. Down B now has a spike, so you can counter a lot of recover, what was it called, ledge mechanics. So your opponent jumps from the ledge, down B. Your opponent does get up attack, down B. Your opponent rolls. If you read it in space properly, you can just down B. And it's down B ground, I forget that, but just down B is a lot better in this game. The spike hitbox is really dumb. I don't like that, but hey, it's a thing they have. Next is going to be Falco. I don't really know much about this character. It's just zoner character because of lasers, but it's not as oppressive in this game. I don't really fully know how to play. It's better than Smash 4. He's much better in this game. Just, he's faster. He can string stuff together more. I haven't seen him much online though, so I don't know too much about him. So, he feels mid-tier because has zoning tools, decent speed, can go off the level, so it feels right to put him in mid-tier. Next is going to be what I say is the best heavy, if it's not Wario. That'd be Ganondorf, because this character is fucking dumb. Like, Nair the character is better than every other heavy, okay? Ganon's Nair is so good, so fast, such a nice spacing option, very safe. It's the best Nair in the game, period. That move is so good. So many top tiers would kill to have a move that's that strong, that safe, and just that easy to use. You can just throw out Nair, opponent gets hit, rush in, dash attack, go for an up smash read him with forward smash. Hey, they died at 30. That's Ganondorf for you. Just, my goodness. Just smash attacks with this character. If you recover just a little bit wrong, you die. However, you hit him off the level once, he's dead too, so... Very glass cannon. Jeez, my throat is getting dry here. But I gotta make it through mid-tier. Next is Mewtwo. I don't know why so many people hyped up Mewtwo originally. The really shitty thing about him is that his tail has a hurt box, which sucks. But it's Mewtwo. He was very good in Smash 4. And I think the only reason he's worse in this game is because other characters have other stuff that can outpace him. And... I don't know, it just feels like floaty characters do worse in this game in general. Next is going to be Meta Knight. This is one I just don't really understand. Also, shoutouts to when Captain Zack wanted to ban this character despite the fact that he used Bayo in Smash 4. Character all around, it's Meta Knight. I mean, good spacing, he can do a lot of quick stuff, very nimble character, good recovery, can kill you off the level very easily. What was the one thing I died to? It was like, what was it, like Dimensional Cape, down B into up B? That killed me really early once, and I was like, damn, you can do that? And it's like, yeah. Ah, thank goodness for water. Next are going to be the Pits. I'm just going to put them evenly, because when do you ever not put Pit and Dark Pit together in a tier list? And that's mostly because they're like, I feel like they're right above Mario, and that these are like the second most average characters in the game, because it's Pit, they're honest. I mean, how do you explain this? They don't have any gimmick stuff aside from Dark Pit with his Electroshock, because at least, I don't actually, what is Pit's called? I already forget. I feel so bad, because I loved Uprising, and I remember Electroshock Arm. I don't remember what, the Upper Dash Arm? I don't remember. I wish it was Bowl Arm, though. That'd be funny, just having a bowl of ramen kill you in Smash. Man, it sounds like a thing Pit would do. Again, just, how do you explain these characters? Recovery is useful, solid aerials, nothing too gimmicky. That's about it. Next is Zero Suit, and this might be a bit more of a contentious choice, because a lot of people think Zero Suit might be a high tier. She could be. I think she'll get better in time, and maybe she will become a high tier. But right now, Mars hasn't done enough to convince me that this character is beyond mid tier. He's done a lot of good stuff. I see what they go for, like side B a lot more now. Is that what he does? I think that's what Zero Suit's game plan is, but just Nairo got this character annihilated. And yeah, they did a pretty good job neutering her. She's still very good. She's fast, can do a lot of annoying stuff. I'm pretty sure I have no idea what her up B is called. I want to say Raptor Boost, but that sounds absolutely wrong. But up B can still kill, still powerful, solid all around. Another thing I'm going to say is that Squirtle is a mid-tier in my eyes because he's so damn small. Like, being small in this game is like the best blessing you could ever have. It's impossible for me to hit this character. It's so hard to hit Squirtle, and I feel like that alone would put him at least in low tier, but he's got some combo stuff. Yeah, side B's way worse than in Brawl, and what else did my friend tell me about Squirtle? I don't remember much, but I think just the fact that they're small is what really helps them out. And they have some combo tools. You're not going to use Squirtle forever. You're going to go into Ivysaur after a bit. And that's why I feel like people really hate Squirtles, because like you try to just use Squirtle, that's a really bad idea. So maybe that's why people would put him in low tier, but I think just because he has some nice combo tools. He's very hard to hit. That puts him in mid-tier for me. Probably towards the lower ends of mid-tier, but hey. Next, I'm going to talk about Lucario. Now, this is another character where it's just, I have no idea where they could end up. Lucario, can we talk about Force Palm for a second? That is stupid good. You die at 70, not even from max aura, from like 130 aura. Center stage, like the close range portion of Force Palm can just kill you, and it's just like, what? Character can be stupid strong. I'm so glad it's better than in Smash 4 where they're literally just a wet noodle, but it's not completely fixed, whereas aura is still really polarizing for Lucario, so they could be a top tier with like max aura, but like they're not bottom tier with no aura. I think Lucario could be a high tier character in time. I just feel like they need to be developed more in order for the potential to be realized. Next is going to be another contentious one, I think, and I'm going to put Little Mac in mid tier. Why? I need to take a sip of water for this one. Okay, that was more like a gulp, but whatever. I feel like top players really underrate Little Mac because at top level, yeah, Little Mac's gonna get shit on, but I mean, Soul, he was a Little Mac player in Smash 4, he's still tearing up tourneys in Florida, and I think the thing that people don't really give this character credit is that 3 of his specials are recovery options. Okay, it might be because Young Link has a horrible matchup against Little Mac, but just, you try to contest him off the level with Young Link, and you die. They will side B you, they will counter you, they will up B, and they just throw out all these hitboxes, and I feel like that makes it scary to stop Mac. Like, yeah, top and high tier characters will stop him, but I feel like a lot of the low tiers will struggle themselves, aside from maybe Samus and Belmonts and probably Charizard, since he can just trade with Mac. Ridley, I have no idea, but I feel like Mac can just, he would probably be closer to the bottom of mid-tier in my opinion, but just, I feel like it's just hard to deal with this character unless you have a solid enough response to them off the level. And so since I use a character with a tether grab, I just get destroyed by Mac. It's so hard for me to deal with him. So maybe I'm overrating him, but I don't think this character is as bad as everyone says. Also, KO Punch is stupid. Next is going to be Cloud, to the surprise of probably no one, because they nerfed Cloud to hell. The limit nerfs, his Nair. Honestly, can they fix his Nair? Can we get Smash 4 Nair back? I mean, please leave his up air. Leave that nerfed. Like, I do not want that fixed. But, everything else, yeah, it's just worse in general. Down air is no longer as oppressive. Limit being gone. Here's the thing. Limit cross slash is not as dangerous in this game as it was in Smash 4. Other moves are way stronger. Like, we'll get to high tier, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Cloud in general is just weaker as a whole, so yeah, makes sense considering how good he was in Smash 4. Next is going to be, I have Ness here twice. What the hell? Anyways, why do I not have Dr. Mario earlier? That's weird. But yeah, Dr. Mario, probably like a lower mid-tier if anything, but main reason I say he's a mid-tier, again, lower because it's Mario, but Cyclone is dumb. Cyclone is very dumb. Like, Cyclone will just kill you early. I'm talking like 30% towards the ledge early. Like, that's his thing in general. Dr. Mario is a huge glass cannon. He can die early if you get him off the level, but my goodness, is he gonna go down swinging. Next is going to be, who do I have here? Lastly, K. Rool, probably at the bottom of top, or mid-tier, in my opinion. Why? Because this character is really easy to deal with once you figure them out. Yeah, Crown's a good projectile, but they nerfed the hell out of Neutral B for whatever reason. And Armor is nice, but once you figure out how to deal with Armor, it's not that bad. I think K. Rool is just one of those, once you learn how to deal with them, they're not the biggest threat in the world. And is this like 18 characters? Probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, I was right, okay. So, yeah, not ordered here. If anything, like, move Mario more towards the middle, alongside the pits. If I were to put someone in the top of high tier, Ganondorf, just because he's that strong. Zero Suit's up there too. Probably DK. I think Ganondorf is stronger than DK, but he's still a solid character all around. Bowser, probably up there just because of how fast he is. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on mid-tier. High tier, it's going to be a little bit different, as you can see. Or will see. Alright, now we're going to talk about high tier. And for those of you that forgot already, this is going to be 11th from 25 in my eyes, sort of ranked. I'm going to like do this in clusters. I'm going to talk about the, I guess, 25th through 21st, and then I'll split up the top 20 into their respective fifths. Respective fives, respective halves, whatever. So at the bottom of mid-tier, sorry, high tier, I have to reread my notes, I'm going to put Lucas, because Lucas has some dumb stuff. Do I really need to explain more? PK Freeze is stupid, you could just die off the level because of that. And he doesn't have like his chain grab nonsense, but just... Honestly, is it wrong for me to put Lucas this high because of just PK Freeze? There's a reason there's a meme that he's banned. I mean, his recovery is still pretty bad. PK Fire is not as strong as Ness's. He doesn't have the same throw BS that Ness has, but just all around stronger kit with PK Freeze alone. And I don't know how Lucas's PK Thunder works, but I think it's better from what I understand. I don't know. Not going to act like I'm fully knowledgeable on that. Next, I'm going to put Yoshi, and I feel I'm probably underrating this character a little bit. If only because I think this character can do a lot of dumb stuff, but I don't know, he just doesn't have the results, is like the only reason I'm like skeptical, because the biggest meme was that Sky Williams was the best Yoshi player and he never did tournaments, and that a lot of people said Yoshi has so much potential and can be really good, and then nothing happened of it. He can be really good in this game, like people are saying, but no one's doing anything with him. It's kind of like Shulk. But I don't know, it's Yoshi. He has a very good Nair for out of shield option. He can do a lot of strong stuff. His throws, or his aerials are very strong in general. It's Yoshi. He's always been pretty solid all around. I'm going to lower the volume of this music a little bit because hot dang, it is going in. Probably should fix that slightly more. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about Palutena. Why do I think Palutena is like kind of lower in high tier? It's because they have a very linear flowchart. That is, that top level, you kind of know what to expect. It's like, oh, the Palutena's approaching me, guess I'm going to expect Nair. Oh, the Palutena's like not short hopping towards me, guess they're going to go for a tilt. I'm this distance away, they're going to go for Explosive Flame. It's pretty easy to figure out Palutena once you know what she's doing, but she has a lot of good options regardless. Explosive Flame is a very nice tool. Back air is a very strong kill option off the stage. Warp is actually not terrible for whatever reason. It just doesn't... I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you can't get spiked out of Warp from what I understand. Unless you like screw it up. Roll is very good. It's unpredictable. Because she like vanishes. Up air is still a very good kill option. Yeah, Nair got nerfed, but it's still pretty strong. Fair is alright. Like you could like down throw into Fair. It works. So yeah, Palutena, alright. Next is going to be Bayonetta, because this character is not as bad as former Bayo mains are saying. It's just that this character is balanced now. Something that Bayo mains in Smash 4 do not understand. The character is still very good, has combo potential, it's just not going to kill you instantly. I mean, week 1 people said, oh, Wolf is such a bad character, or like he's a mid-tier, but like, you know what I mean, like, oh, Wolf struggles to kill, how do we do things? Now everyone's like, holy crap, Wolf kills so early. I feel like that just has yet to happen with Bayonetta. It's like once people realize, oh yeah, it's still Bayonetta, she has a lot of dumb stuff, that she'll be better. And seriously, there we go, now I can put her there. So yeah, it used to be like 21 through 25, so to be like 25, I guess 24, 20, it's kind of like that, I don't know. Not perfectly ordered here, but this is kind of the semblance I'm getting. Next is going to be, okay. I just looked at my notes and I'm just like, alright, this is where I go in, I guess, in this part of the video. I need another sip of water. So here is where I put the links. And yes, I said the links because I'm pretty sure they are all very similar in terms of tier list placing from what I think. But here's the thing. I'm a young Link main. People who main their character will always under-rep them. Although it's not really the case that much in Ultimate, but it's like, people will say, I don't know, in Ultimate people just don't say as much, but I'm gonna say, as a Smash 4 player, that, like, Young Link is the worst Link in my opinion. I know people are gonna flame me for that. Why flame me? Because fire arrows are very fast, Boomerang is pretty safe, bombs can lead into combos, this character has so much good stuff for them. Yeah, but you hit them off the level once they die. Character can't kill for shit. Young Link does not kill. Unless you get hit by fair, you're not dying until at least 200%. You have to literally have a good amount of rage and then go for up throw at like 180 to kill half the roster. Heavies die at like 230 with rage. So Young Link just struggles, and like a lot of people say some dumb stuff. It's like, oh, you can up B out of shield with this character. I'm like, what? That doesn't kill. That doesn't do anything. I mean, yeah, sure, it gets him off you, but it's not gonna kill. It's not like Link's up B out of shield where that'll just kill you at low percentages, or comparatively low percentages. Young Link kind of feels like the Sheik of this game to me, but instead of having needles, he's got flaming arrows and a boomerang. He struggles to kill. His Nair is very safe, I'm not gonna lie. Nair is good. He can do some nice strings with like Nair into down tilt, like another Nair. He can do double fire arrows into dash attacks at low percent. He can do boomerang into Nair at higher percents to follow up. So like Young Link does have a solid game plan, but he's not top tier. He's definitely high tier. Main reason I say that Toon Link is better is because Toon Link is just stronger. I don't know why people say that like the Link / Young Link smash attack is better. I just feel like Toon Link's is better. It has more range. It's not like you're gonna fall out of it sometimes. Also, Toon Link's Nair can kill. Toon Link just kills earlier. That's why I think Toon Link is better than Young Link. This character kills significantly earlier. Like, up air on Young Link will start killing at around 150. Up air on Toon Link is gonna kill at like 110. Toon Link also has kill throws, unlike Toon Link, whereas his kill throws are at literally, like I said, 200%. Toon Link's kill throws are closer to like 120, which is more reasonable. Yeah, they're nerfed from Smash 4, but they still are way better than Toon Link's options. Bombs. Also, Toon Link's bombs are better in my opinion. Not better than Link's, but it's because they're obnoxious. You literally, like, can't see half, like, a good chunk of the screen. Not like half the screen, it's not that bad, but just once Toon Link's bombs blow up, they have this, like, cell-shaded smoke, and it just covers a good chunk of the screen. You're just like, oh crap, where is he? It's kind of like Patooey on Piranha Plant, but just more obnoxious because it's on a better character. He kills earlier, his bombs are more annoying, recovery's about the same, so can't really say anything there. But that's why I think Toon Link is better. It's just Zero hyped the shit out of Young Link. Now Leffen's like, Leffen had like his day with Young Link, but now he's gonna like go back to Ivysaur or whatever. But like, I feel like Young Link is very overhyped just because we're like, oh, his aerials are so safe. It's mostly you're gonna be using Nair. You use down air as like a mix-up because it's actually not terrible. Like, yeah, Toon Link's Dare is still awful, and Young Link's can kill and catch you by surprise, but just, I think Toon Link's better overall. That's just me. Y'all can flame me in the comments for that one all you want, but it's I'm not saying it's like, I don't understand why people put Toon Link in like mid-tier, but then put like Young Link in like high tier. I don't get it. Like, why that difference specifically confuses me. Now, as for Link, I think he's the best Link because he's strong. He's so strong. He will kill you early. Bomb setups can lead to ridiculous combos. Up B out of shield does kill with this character at early percents. His grab works like a normal grab, so it's just better. I don't think it leads to any kills, but just this character in general, way stronger. And yeah, up B out of shield, I think the fact that it kills on him is what makes me think he's better than the other two Links. So that's my whole rant with the Links. I knew I was going to spend a lot of time on that, but as a Young Link main, I really think he is overhyped. Significantly overhyped. But like, not that much compared to, like, okay. Overhyped, but he's like not top tier best Links in sliced bread compared to the other Links. He's pretty solid still. He's still a top character. He's still a top 20 character free. Next, I'm going to put the other swordsman, so I guess I had this as the swordsman tier. I might as well talk about both of them at the same time, which is going to be Ike and Shulk. Why Ike? Because Leo and Nair is a very stupid move. Just, it's easy. Like, Ike is like Wolf, but for swordies. He is very easy to understand. Whereas Shulk is like the Olimar of swordies, whereas no one understands him. No one uses him at top level. He's not competitive. No, he's not. What is that? What am I trying to say? He has no results, is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't have any results now, and I feel like it's because people don't want to invest in this character. It's not like Smash 4 where it's a meme that Shulk has potential even though he's actually a low tier. No, Shulk is definitely a high tier in this game. Great spacing. They fixed his biggest issue, which is his aerials have significantly less lags, and significantly less lag, and his Monado arts are way stronger. Kinda sucks that they nerfed Air Slash because it has like less drift after the second hit. But all around, it's still pretty. He's very good, very strong, good spacing. Dropped my phone like an idiot. All around, I don't know why people aren't using him more. I think it's just because they don't want to deal with his like more air quotes complicated tech. All right, so next I'm going to talk about, what does the list say? Greninja. Why? Because is it Lee or T? Maybe when I mentioned T before Pac-Man, that was Lee or who? I don't remember. I don't remember the Japanese players' names, but the Japanese player that 3-stock Samsora in that crew battle kind of made me think, okay, this character's top 15 at the very least. Why Greninja? Honestly, just watch that set and you'll understand. Very fast, a lot of pressure can be applied. That's pretty much it. I can't act like I understand Greninja, but if you see that match, it's like, yeah, Greninja just 3-stocked the best Peach in the world. Damn. Next, I'm going to talk about Ivysaur because it's frickin' Ivysaur. Just, Razor Leaf's a pretty good projectile option. I mean, I don't struggle with it because Young Link has fire arrows, so Ivysaur still has the stupid type advantage thing, or disadvantage. So, yeah, like, bombs and fire arrows just make it easier to do more damage to Ivysaur, and so I can outzone Ivysaur because his projectiles are faster, but Razor Leaf is going to trade with a lot of stuff, and then you can go in, go for nairs, set up. Is it Vine Whip? Is that what the up B is called? I don't know. But just why his up B kills so early, I don't understand. His up air and down air are stupid. The hitboxes on those things are dumb. They are massive, they are very strong, and they are not that hard to go for. Ivysaur just has a lot of stuff going in his favor, and this is the character you're playing 98% of the time when you are playing Pokemon Trainer. So, let me just put a leaf here, like right there with her. Just so she can be like, yep, that's my Ivysaur. Okay, whatever. Yeah, leave it at the bottom. Next, we're going to talk about Snake, because Nikita is the best edge guarding tool in the game. Like, Nikita edge guards... Okay, upstairs. Nikita edge guards better than literally the entire roster. Just, you have to hit it. So that alone makes it difficult to deal with, is that you have to hit it and still make it back to the ledge. Or they can just go for another Nikita, or they can, like, plant a C4 near the ledge and then trap you that way. It's just... Nikita, Snake leads to so many setups. Yeah, he's very exploitable off the level. Like, if he goes to recover low, kill him instantly. He's dead. He's not going to make it back. You got to recover high with Snake. But just grenades are very obnoxious. This character has a lot of good potential with their camping and spacing. I mean, just watch MVD's sets. He's phenomenal with this character. He shows how good it is. This character is really dumb. I just don't think it's top tier. But just, Snake is dumb. He was top tier in Brawl. He was definitely a top tier in Brawl, but in this game, I think other characters can just, like, get in there, rush him down better. Hence why I put him, like, he's, like, at the cusp of high tier. But slightly above him, in my opinion, is, like, what I think could end up being a top tier. I don't know why people still say they're not the best, and that is Chrom/Roy. These two, what the fuck? Seriously, what the actual fuck? First off, they say they patched Chrom's up B so that Suicide does not, so that Chrom reacts to Suicide first. They lied. They just lied about that. They didn't fix it. I don't know what they did to it, but it sure as fuck can sometimes kill you first. And Roy. Okay. So, Roy, is it Double Lion? Dancing Lion? I don't know what his side B is called. But that fourth hit, if Roy hits you with the fourth hit at the sweet spot of his side B, you can die at like 50, 60, 70, depending on your weight class. you die early. And here's the thing. This move is faster and stronger than Cloud's. Where the hell is Cloud? Did Cloud just like vanish or whatever? It's stronger than Cloud's Limit Cross Slash, which is something he has to work for and earn. This character, who has a very strong kill option that's very easy to go for, is outclassed by a multi-hit string. And it's stronger and is just, what the fuck? Roy's dumb, and Chrom is just like, I don't have to think about spacing, so yeah, like, Chrom forward smashes you at the level like 50, you're dead. You're dead. He can just like go, boop, if you have a bad recovery, one fair, he'll make it back, you're just dead. It's stupid. You could also just trade stocks with you and just like up B, alright, we're gonna die together because I have the stock lead, and it's just like, I can't do anything about that. Yeah. Roy, I could see being a top tier because side B's dumb, so he's like, him and Chrom are like tied 11th. I keep them as like the same character because they both have the same advantages, but just Roy, holy crap. That's a strong boy, and not just because of his recent ult in Fire Emblem Heroes. Alright, don't question why the music changed, even though I forgot to mention Mega Man. He's in my notes, but I just glanced over him for whatever reason. Mega Man, Leaf Shield's stupid. Flame Sword's really strong, kills early. Same with, I don't know what his back air is called. Has a good spike. Recovery's not the worst in the world. Up air is really good. Metal Blades are obnoxious. Pellets are obnoxious. Forward Smash has good range and can kill kind of early. It's dumb. It's very strong and very good. Off the level tool if your opponent like tends to go low and like they slightly screw up. Mega Man's strong in general, so let me just go over high tier. I would say Roy Chrom, like 11th. Snake, yeah, 12th. Mega Man, yeah, I guess 13th. Ivysaur, 15th. Greninja, like, these are, like, potential. These, like, from Greninja up, I'd say is potentially could become high tier or top tier with more development. 16 to 21 is going to be, like, Shulk to Toon Link. Not as ordered, but it's more just the sorties of, these, like, some of the best sorties in the game, aside from Marthlucino, obviously. And then Bayo to Lucas, just, like, could be mid-tier if other mid-tiers like rise up, but it's like they have a lot of good stuff about them in my eyes. So next we're going to talk about top tier, and we are starting with the 10th best character in my opinion, and that is Rob. Rob has a lot of dumb stuff about him. This is probably the point of the video where I'd edit it so I show that clip of Shofu getting bodied by a Rob combo.
I blame the buffer system. There's no way I did a side B there. Bro! And that shit ain't bro. Oh my god!
Yeah, so that's a thing Rob can do. Just what is it specifically about Rob that makes him this good? Well, there's Waddy has showed a lot of good stuff with him. Laser and Top are just like good things to keep you away. Nair is just really good. Nair is good in this game. Back air was always strong, but now it's better. Yeah, sure. You can't do, like, what was the combo Smash 4 had? The Beep Boop? Is that what it's called? Where he just, like, throws you and then up airs you and kills you? Whatever. He now can, like, ground you and up smash and kill you, which is just better. I think Rob could slip out of top tier and go to high tier, but I think Rob just has a lot of good stuff about him. He's heavy, he can recover, he can deal with you off the ledge, he can keep you from edge guarding him. Lots of strong stuff about this character in general. 9th is going to be... Why are my notes messing up? Wario, because Wario is very strong. Again, if Wario is classified as a heavy, yeah, best heavy right here. I don't know what... He is very heavy in general, but is he of that same weight class? I don't fucking know. I don't make the rules. Good aerials. Waft is a very good kill option. If there's setups into Waft is like the big thing with him. You can set up into Waft with like, what is it, like the soft hit of Nair, and that can kill early. You have other things too, like you have down tilt into dash attack as a nice kill option. He can down air you off the level, he can nair you for a lot of damage. He can just clap gang you up. You could just go for a bunch of tilts into up air, get a lot of damage on you easily. Chomp is a very good edge guarding tool or ledge trapping tool. Lots of strong stuff about this character overall. It's just... And there's a lot of top players playing him too. Tweak, Lutoni. We're going to see what Mango does at the Summit, because I'm hopefully getting this video up before the Summit. But yeah, Wario is a very strong character, a lot of good options. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Next in my notes is where I put Marth and Lucina, and I think I'm like kind of underrating these two. I'm putting them together because they're same character essentially. People don't want to play Marth because he's harder, because Tipper requires thinking. You'll see what I mean later. But just, yeah. Lucina, I'm just going to refer to her as Lucina, but Lucina is a more reactive or defensive character is the thing. And so you wait for your opponent to screw up, and then you go in with Lucina. And that's how you're supposed to properly play them. Very reactive because they have good frame data. The only thing, it's kind of dumb for me to want something fixed in a top tier, but I kind of wish Dancing Blade didn't have you fall out of it so easily. Like I said, they changed some things about it, or like I said, like other people have said, they changed some things about it, so it's like, oh, it's faster, but it's like, yeah, but you fall out of it easier. So, I don't like that as much, but just down tilt's a good approach option. Short hop nair is always useful. Fair is nice. Throws lead into stuff. Spike is easier to land. All around solid character, very good spacing. They just throw out gigantic hitboxes, and it's just, you're gonna get hit with them one way or the other. Next is going to be Fox, and I think this character will become better over time. Light is doing phenomenal work with this character, showing a lot of the strengths. I feel they're kind of underrated by, like, top players, I suppose, because they think, like, oh, Fox is trash. It's the same deal with Marth. Like, no matter what happens, Fox and Marth will always be good in their game. It just requires someone to be like, listen, dumbass, this is how you play the character. And we didn't really have that till Larry Lurr started doing things in Smash 4, and now we have Light doing that for Fox and Ultimate. All in all, it's just a very good character. I mean, do I need to explain why Fox is good to you? He's been good since Melee. I don't know what happened to him in Brawl. I think he... Well, no, what happened in Brawl is that he had to walk, and that just killed his momentum. But it's Fox. He can run. He can go for a lot of things. Up air kills early, lots of grabs. He doesn't have his footstool fair gimmicks that he had in Smash 4. But he has a lot of stuff with Nair. I'm pretty sure his Nair kills. Back air. Jeez, back air. Why did I almost forget about back air? Because of other characters' back airs, I guess. But just back air, just approach, shield pressure. It's like, well, it's not as impressive as like Smash 4 reused back air, but like back air on Fox is strong. Very good aerials, very fast, decent recovery. He doesn't have that stupid thing we all talked about with like, oh, side B doesn't go through opponents or whatever. Fox is good. But better than Fox, and I feel like I'm going to get murdered for saying this, is Wolf. And yeah, I don't think Wolf is top 5. The only reason I think Wolf does as well as he does in tournaments, if that makes sense, is because if half the damn top players are going to be using him, yeah, odds are he's going to get results. I mean, Zachary is the best Wolf in the world. He's a 16-year-old Japanese player, and he is playing phenomenal with Wolf. He does so well. He just goes for safer options. He's patient. He knows what he's doing, and everyone's like, holy crap, I must use Wolf now. Wolf's just easy. It doesn't take much thought to use Wolf, and that's like the whole, like... The thing I say is that, like, Wolf has been figured out. But I think over time he's going to fall into, like, high tier eventually, because other characters like Snake, or Roy, or Shulk will have their metas developed, and I think they will surpass characters like Wolf, who I think... I think we're at the peak. Also, this character is going to get nerfed in 3.0. Free. This character is going to be much worse after the Joker, patch that brings Joker. So, yeah. But right now, I don't even think they're top 5. They're just easy. People want to play easy characters because it's better. So, yeah. You can slay me all you want, but people are saying, oh, Wolf is so lame, everyone plays him, and yeah, it's because he's easy. But someone that not many people play, and is not easy, is Olimar, but gets just as much hate as Wolf. Olimar is obnoxious. Olimar, here's the thing, I can't act like I understand how this character works. Olimar is a very, he doesn't look complicated to play, and when you try him at first, it's like, oh, this is easy. But at top level, this character is freaking optimized to have like all the right purples, go for the right moves, know when to go for very safe options, and follow up with them immediately afterwards. The fact that just that... Sorry, my throat just dying. I should not have done these all at once, but up smash, jeez. Up smash is super safe. And Olimar, he's kind of like a swordy, but that like varies in his range. He also has other stuff like blue Pikmin make it so that his grabs are really strong. I don't know what yellows do, but I think they have some special property. But I know for a fact that purples just hit the hardest. They're freaking purple Pikmin. We know about purple Pikmin. The purples are monsters. They're chonkers. They're big chonk boys. They'll kill you early off the level. You are terrified of the purple boys. And then blues just make it so that your grabs are stronger and they kill stupid early. But just a lot of good stuff about this character. Whistle having armor on it makes no sense to me. Why is that a thing? I don't understand. Does he need it? No. Does he have it? Yes, and that's what makes him even better. Just, holy crap, Olimar's dumb. Next is going to be Pikachu, and by consequence, Pichu. I think Pikachu and Pichu are right next to each other. Like, this is another thing I don't understand that people do. People will be like, yeah, Pikachu. I didn't know you could hold on to them for that. Hold on, let me just hold on Robin, because that is waifu. I'm just holding that over there for the right. Ignore me, you can't even see what's happening in the video. But, I don't understand why people put, like, Pikachu, like, mid-tier, or, like, just slap him into top tier and be like, yeah, but the Pikachu is high tier, but Pichu is top tier. It's like, they're the same fucking character. They are literally the same character. Pichu's better because he's smaller, or she, depends on which one you use, like the speckier one, that's my favorite. So, she's smaller and can kill earlier because F-tilt is stupid. F-tilt is strong. The only thing it's missing is range. Like, F-tilt hits harder because of the little electricity stuff. And it's just, if you get hit by F-tilt, it leads into pretty much anything you want it to. Thunder can kill earlier. You can go for back air loops, and those kill earlier than Pikachu's, I think. I'm talking out my ass here at this point. I don't understand Pikachu. I'm sorry, Esam. Don't kill me. I don't understand this character, but at least I'm not putting him, like, way lower. I think Pichu's better just because stronger because of the electricity in their attacks with their F-tilt and back air. And Thunder, I think, kills early. And also the fact that they're smaller, so they're harder to hit. So, if I were to, like, put an SS tier, the following characters would go in it, and that would be Peach and Daisy for, like, second. Yeah, that kind of shows who I think is the best character in the game. So I might as well just say that, yeah, I think Inkling is the best character in the game. But we'll get to Inkling. And you can flame me then. But, like, I don't think I have to make much of a case as to why Peach/Daisy, more so Peach, because everyone just uses Peach instead, even though this is red hair, but, like, this ain't the type of red I like. I don't know. Just Peach and Daisy are characters you could probably solo main in Ultimate and have no problems. Unless you're Samsora going against Greninja, I guess. This character, floating gives them options, turnips are strong, aerials are powerful. Why did some of their stuff get buffed? Their Fair has stupid range, can kill early, they can just go off the level and be like, hey, sup bitch, Fair, you die. Just, Smashes are strong, aerials are good, Peach Bomber got a buff because sure. Just, yeah. Also the whole, like, bomb thing, it's like the 1 in 255, but just, you pluck a bomb, you throw it down on yourself and your opponent's on you, they die, you don't. Why? I don't get it. But then there's who I think is truly the best in the game, and that is Inkling. Why? Because first off, even, like, now, like, based on results, I'd probably say his character's still, like, probably, like, just below Wolf, if we were going based off, like, how results would influence this. But, like, Ink. I think Ink is stupid good. You get Ink on your opponent, and here's the thing, it's not hard to get Ink on your opponent. Go for Jab, go for F-Throw, go for Splat Bomb, go for Splatter Shot, if you can, like, use that as a good anti-approach option, and it works in some cases, weirdly enough. But just Ink is not hard to get on your opponent, is the point I'm trying to make. So once you get Ink on your opponent, and it's like, I have a little bit of experience with Inkling, I want to main this character. Like, sorry Younglink, I love you, but, like, Inkling is just that hotness to me. Not in that sense, you freaking weirdos. Inkling is just strong. Inkling can get Ink, and they can go for combos, and they do 50% extra damage. Because they got a simple jab off you, or they got one throw off of you. And then this character can do a bunch of other stuff, like up throw, up air can kill? I have no idea how it works. Cosmos can do it and make it work. I've tried it, and I'm like, this doesn't work. And he's like, nah, it works. It took me a while to figure out, but it works. And I'm like, damn. I'm saying, like, streams, I've seen him say this stuff, but, like, yeah, up throw, up air, strong, back throw is a kill throw, and roller. Roller is, like, the other big thing for me. None of these other characters have things that can just say, alright, you're at 90, let me hit you with a move, and then you die. Inkling does. You get hit by roller when you're not, like, in tumble or whatever, and you get grounded, unless you can mash like a literal fiend, which I can kind of do. I've mashed out of a couple of Inklings that just don't have optimal spacing and trying to get the up smashes on me. So it's more like 110 where I like truly die, but whatever. Like, so like if you screw it up, you have like a smaller window, which like, it's not hard for Inkling to do like an extra back air to get you that extra 15%, 15-20%, so that you are like safely in kill range of roller. But just you go for roller, 90, you're at 100, up smash, you're dead. And that's that. Probably some variants depending on Inkling's rage, but just that confirm. Plus the fact that they have ink. Plus the fact that they have one of the best recoveries in the game, because you can't contest it because there's a hitbox on it when it lands and a hitbox on startup. And it can go from pretty much anywhere. I mean, if you go too deep, yeah, you won't make it back. But you'd have to go super deep for that then. So, that's really good. Splat Bomb's an obnoxious ledge trap option. Their aerials are solid. Nairs can lead into stuff. You can go for bears and this stuff. Fair is like, yeah, sure, if you screw up, you go for fair, but like it's still pretty solid. And Dare can spike. It's not the most consistent spike in the world, but it is a spike nonetheless, and that is another tool Inkling has. Not hard for them to get ink back, not hard for them to ink you. They have a kill confirm. Even if they don't use it constantly, they still have other ways to kill you reliably, like their throws, like their setups. This character is dumb. They are probably the best in the game. And here's the other thing, is that some people are saying, oh, they'll be worse as time goes on because people will figure it out. No, I disagree. I think they'll get better because once people figure out how to dash dance and keep their movement unpredictable, it'll just be harder to deal with this character, and they'll be way stronger. I don't know. That's just me. I think Inkling is the best character in the game. I mean, I say Peach is second, so I'm not that far off otherwise, but yeah, that is going to be a Smash Bros. Tier list of version 2.01 made by a frickin' casual. Comments, let me know how bad I did. I don't know, like, I want to hear people tell me about these characters, because right now I only main this little boy right here who drinks his milk and wants to grow up big and strong and save the world from Calamity Ganon. But that means there's like 60, 70 other characters I didn't even talk about. I even put Mii's in their own tier because I'm not sitting here acting like I understand how Mii's work. So, comments, if I'm wrong on things, tell me, please. I actually want to know more about these certain things. I mean, we're not going to have a perfectly complete tier list. We couldn't even figure that out in Smash 4 for crying out loud. And hell, people are not even sure about Melee now, because it's like, oh, Jigglypuff's actually the best character because H-Box. Yeah, no, that's pretty much the argument. But, yeah, I want to know more about this stuff. Like, tell me why you disagree with things, why you agree with certain things, what I didn't mention about a certain character, because like I said, I don't know everyone. Tell me more, please. I would love to learn more about this game because I love it. It's Smash Bros. And this is the most fun I've had with the Smash Bros. Ever since I did Subspace as a kid. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope I didn't screw up as bad as Leffen. I mean, I at least went out of my way to rank the characters, so I hope I'll get better points for that. But, yeah, that all being said, I'm gonna get up out of here as my throat is freaking dying! Ugh, this sucks. Oh, my voice is so gone.